Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow, CCT, Certified Tangle Teacher, and today's lesson is Crazy Huggins. And I love craziness. I love when anyone does anything that's a little not gridded but was gridded, I jump all over it. So move a couple of back. Here we have Crazy Huggins on black, brown, and I'm going to do it on a white tile. And just so you know, you can get bundles of tiles at my website, Inkidoodles.com. They come in white, brown, black, gray, and cream. And so if you're looking for tiles, it's a great place to buy it. It helps support this channel. I love the way Molly described it in her video, but I am just wild about those kind of things. So let's start. No border, no dots. We're just going to start out with a circle, and I'm going to do 4 of them, and they really do not have to be the same size, but in a square pattern so that you can do Huggins in this square pattern. So you can look at the step outs for Huggins and you can get an idea, but Crazy Huggins is just a little bit different. So I start with my circles, and then I'm going to do what I call an apple core. So we have 2 lines that face each other that form an apple core. Well, an apple core wouldn't be finished if it didn't have the top and the bottom. So hence we have our little apple core. Now I'm fond of coloring in these dots. I like the little drama, but if you're planning on doing some transcending or something else and you want less drama on your tile, you can have less drama. But I like that black and white drama that happens on a tile. So I'm going to fill in so that I have those dots. It'll just help you see it a little bit better also. So now we need to have 4 more dots. So I'm going to do a dot here and a dot here, and that's going to form 4 dots because I will use these 2 dots. And I'm going to rotate my tile so that I can make my little apple core. And I'm also going to fill in those dots right now. I find it works better for me. And then I'm going to put a little cap over the top, and you can see you've got your apple core. And we can put 2 more dots here. And sometimes I find it good for me if I draw and fill in my dots just as I go. Now, we are going to do, we're going to look at this and we're going to see, how am I going to make an apple core out of those 4 dots? I need it to come this direction. Then the caps on the top. And then I can do 1 more. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. There's my little apple core. So we can just, and these dots can be various sizes. They don't all have to be the same size. We've got to make an apple core. So it's going to come this way and this way, and it's going to put the top on it. So you can see that one. I get mad at my kids if they ate an apple like that. You've got to eat down further. So here we're going to put 2 more dots. And we could put 1 dot right here because we could use 1, 2, 3, 4. We've already got the inside of the apple core. We can do the other side, and then the top, and that's a skinny little apple core. And there we have a tile full of Crazy Higgins. And this is what makes Crazy Higgins outstanding, is when Molly came back and she did an echo. Just echo this line. Or aura. So you want to aura each one of those inside curves. And I like to take my time so that those lines are nice and even. And there we have Crazy Huggins with the auras. Now you can go ahead and put an aura here, but I find that I don't want an aura on the inside. So if I'm going to aura this one, I'm going to come on the outside and then wrap around my my little dot. So we'll start here and we do a takeoff and a landing. And that gives us kind of symmetrical takeoff and landing, so that every one of them has a aura around it. Kind of finishes off. And that kind of gives it that weaving look, so it's weaved in and out. And then you can come in and you can do some shading. You can use these big areas if you've done it large enough, which I love to do it larger. You can add some tangles on the inside of here. We can just do some little curved lines. But you can see how you can fill this with a fragmented tangle or one of your go-to tangles. And I love that tangle in there. I think that's a fun tangle. You could tangle all the ones going in the same direction, the same thing, so I could keep going with this one. And I like to think, oh, I'm going to do something that's a little different on the others. I could do the same thing on these two, and then this one and this one, do something different. So we could just keep going, and you can see this on my blog. If you watch, I will finish this up and put it on my blog, but I want to just step in and show you, how about brown? I started this one. I haven't done the aura yet, but I've just done it on a brown tile. So we'll come back and do the aura here. And I love how this one had a lot of crazy little shapes. They were just went a lot of different directions. I love that. You never know what you're going to get. That's the beauty of Zentangle. And this simple little aura just makes all the difference. In the tangle. And now remember, we've done all the inside ones. Now we want to do the ones on the outside. So we do a takeoff and a landing. And I'm just working my way around my tile. And there we have, with it's mixed in and it's got its little takeoff and landings. Now I've got lots of space that I can either shade or I can color in. I can take my brown pen and do some, I'm just going to do some stripes in here. Crosshatch. So I have them going two different directions. Let me come in closer so you can see what I've done. Ooh, we got a little focus problem. A little bit too close. There we go. So now I have it crosshatched in, and I can go back this other direction, and I don't have to be real particular about which way they go. And then I'm just going to do Nezeppel, where I fill in each one of these little squares. With what I call cobble rock, or a round stone that touches the whole area. It's just rounded, kind of round the corners. Kind of crazy Nezeppel in there. And I love it done with the little red. So we'll do another one so you can kind of see. And I'm just going to put my lines in here, and I really don't care which way they go. Any which way. And then I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to fill in this center, going over those lines and just kind of rounding, putting a stone or a pebble in there that is squished into that area. I love Nezeppel. I think it's one of my go-to tangles because it fills up an area pretty fast and it's just absolutely beautiful to do. Now I could pick this one and also do Nezeppel, so that all the ones are going the same direction. We'll see what happens. We'll scan out a little bit so that you can see what we have here. We have it done on white on black, black on white, and black and red. And you could even add white on this brown, and it would be a really fun tangle to do. Now, you can also take and do a little shading with, let's say we're going to shade with a little charcoal pencil. White charcoal. So on that brown paper, you can even just shade with your white pencil, and you can blend it with a shading stump. like to blend it in with my little shading stump. And I'm not real careful. If I have used, you can see here, I've got one that has a little graphite on it and one that doesn't. If I have graphite on it, I just take my emery board and clean off that graphite, and then I can use it with my charcoal, my white charcoal pencil, without leaving anything. And it also helps your shading stumps to last a little longer. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Have a great day. Don't forget that you can shop for tiles on my website at Inkidoodles.com, and it helps support this channel. You can get pens, pencils, and packages of tiles. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel and do a little shopping at the website. Thanks for watching and have a great day.